Beautiful.
Lord have mercy.
Say something.
What a ride, what a ride.
What a ride. I know what he's talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, he's on the ground. He's down now. Please, let's give him a Canadian welcome. All right.
I love it.
Beautiful. Fantastic. I need the jet car out, please. Jerry, okay, I'll wait until you get up. We'll bring the jet car right out. Beautiful, Tom. Super, man. Super.
Ken could make a decent living for the rest of his life, relying on others to do the jumps. But Ken has no intention of doing that. He wants the fame. He wants the glory. No small-time jump. He wants the big one. He wants the mile. For the rest of the season, Ken took the jet car wherever he went. And he was on the phone, calling promoters here, promoters there. Throughout the fall, winter, and spring, he looked everywhere for that $250,000. Without success.
Okay, how did Ken come into your life?
Through a phone call. He called me one day and said he was Ken Carter and he was a stunt driver and he was looking for someone to manage him.
Ed Keating, sports business manager, represents players in the NFL, NHL, and Major League Baseball. A man well respected in the business and with good contacts. Ken Carter knew if he could convince Keating, all his money problems would be over.
And I simply told him that I thought he was crazy. And I didn't think that it really made a lot of sense because I didn't think he would make it, frankly. So, at any rate, he sent me up a big bundle of press kit with all kinds of news releases, pictures of this jet car, and pictures of himself and things like that, which I read through. And I was intrigued by it, I suppose, a little bit after he sent that up. And I said, well, you know, it's not really my cup of tea, but let me think about it a little bit. And from there I went to New York and talked to some of the networks and got some mild interest there. And then that intrigued me enough with the interest from the networks to go back and send Ken the contract and see what could be worked out with him.
Keating turned the network's mild interest into a $250,000 contract. ABC will feature Ken's jump from Morrisburg, Ontario to Ogden Island, New York, live on their wide world of sports. A year of perseverance had finally paid off.
You have to have a positive attitude about things, you know, and try to just keep going on. Just don't let these obstacles stand in your way. You know, no matter what it is you want to do, just keep doing it. And that's, to me, is if you fail at that, then you failed. Then you've lied down. You said, I give up. A lot of people run away from their problems and they want to be confronted them on another day. So you just got to keep trucking. Try to be straight with yourself. You know, this is a fabulous time that we're living in. We can do anything that we want to do, and I mean that, if you work at it hard enough.
The jump site. 50 acres of land have already been cleared for the huge crowd expected. Now they're working on the ramp. When finished, it will have a 1,400-foot runway and climb to a height of 85 feet.
Well, it's going real well. We've had a very, very rainy season, and, well, that kind of slowed us down some, but we're going to make it.
What do you think of the event?
It's the greatest thing I've ever been involved in. I've been racing for over 15 years myself, and never have I been involved in anything of the magnitude that this is.
The rain problems have caused a slight delay. The jump is scheduled for September 25th, and that's only 4 weeks away.
What about the ramp out there? And it doesn't look like much yet. What's happening? Obviously, you think it's going to be finished, but...
I know it's going to be finished. It's a question of equipment, really, and as soon as we get the other equipment back on there, we have another 5 days of work and we'll have it all up.
In Chicago, Dick Keller supervises the construction of the car. He designed the Blue Flame, which at over 640 miles an hour broke the world land speed record in 1970. This car he's building for Ken is a rocket car capable of 11,000 pounds of thrust, capable of flying a mile. The cost, over $100,000. Everyone's working overtime to get the car finished. 3 weeks to go. While work continues on the car and ramp, Ken gets himself ready for the jump. When the car takes off from the ramp, it will be traveling so fast that Ken will be subjected to a pull of 3 or 4 Gs. To find out how that feels, he takes a flight with stunt pilot Jim Parker. It's a short flight. After only 3 minutes, Ken is back on the ground.
How do you feel, Ken?
Oh, I had a little bit of a problem, but I'll be all right.
There's quite a bit of turbulence today, and the constant subjecting him to the turbulence plus the aerobatics, just a normal reaction, but he did fine.
And I tell you, you know, with the exception of getting a little sick to the stomach there, it was a magnificent ride, Jim.
Yeah, you did okay.
Let me carefully get out here.
Just put your left foot right here. I'll guide you.
My bones are just... There we go. Oh.
Good deal.
Thank you.
Did great.
Thank you. Woo. That is one ride, I'll tell you.